player you want in the contract and a good number.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm really glad you brought that up. It seems like that we forget that it's been less than a year, and I paid the highest been paid in the NFL to Dak, and I paid a big price for Lamb. And anybody that says I'm not interested in financially rewarding my players hadn't been looking at the tea leaves. And so there's always negotiation. And the negotiation is to put the best team on the field. And it's many times it's not even a question of deserving. And in today's salary cap, you've got to have either or. You can't have it all. And so all those things go into the, so to speak, the equation. And the art of the deal is to get the best players out there for the resources that you have under the cap. And so that's what we're doing. That's what this is all about. But I'm here. I do what I do. I love these guys. Frankly, I could be any place in the world, and I want to be right here. I want to be right here with camp. I enjoy these players. I enjoy Micah. But as always, in any relationships, there are different moods at different times of your relationship. That's what it is. Don't lose any sleep over.
So just to be
That's
clear,
the one thing I would say to our fans. Don't lose any sleep over.
Just to be clear, you don't feel the relationship has changed at all from the Super Bowl, Big 12?
Again, I know my attitude, and my attitude is the same one I've had. I think the world of Micah. He's an outstanding player. He can really help us, but he's got to fit in with what's in the best interest of the team, and that's what the negotiation's all about.
Yo, it's JB the Cowboy fan, and yes, sir, I'm back with another one. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Shout out to my subscribers. Yes, sir. Shout out to my new subscribers. Yeah, y'all got me to that stat. So what's going down September 4th, Thursday night? Yes, sir, yes, sir. Yeah, but I want to get into this video real quick, man. I appreciate y'all, support y'all giving me to get over that 1,000. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But real quick, man, this shit with Micah Parsons and everything, man, Jerry said it though, bro. You know what I'm saying? He said it in the past when he signed that. Where's the rest of the money gonna come from to sign other players, basically? But I don't know, man. With Micah, requesting this trade, I'm thinking most likely he's gonna be signed, like I said before. But man, shit, I've been hearing, I've been hearing Donovan Ezeiruaku been balling in training camp. As a matter of fact, he was on 105.3 The Fan, and he was talking about his pass rushing skills and his being able to set the edge in the run game. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. If this rookie come in there and explode, goddamn, I looked at a little of his tape. I ain't look at a lot, but I looked at some highlights from him. Dude got a bend. He got good hands. I mean, he's fast. He ain't the biggest, but it seemed like to me he one of those guys that, size ain't matter. Size don't matter, especially at his position. So I'm gonna get into a little bit of this, this clip when he was on G-Bag Nation, 105.3 The Fan. So let's listen to a little bit of this interview where they were talking about.
Cowboys somehow get him at 44, and Cowboys fans are ecstatic. Out of Boston College, Donovan Ezaraku, welcome to the Fan. How you doing?
Thank you so much. I'm doing really well. How are you guys?
Man, we're doing great. It really looks like you're ready to play NFL football. How's it feel out there?
It feels really good. Like I said, a little bit before when we were talking, just getting used to certain things that NFL tackles do. That's that's what the transition is now. But it's been really good. Obviously, getting after the football and playing football is a kid's game, so not much change. You know, the more things do change, so it's good.
Yeah. So what is your plan for your rookie year? What are your goals? Like, what do you think is reasonable and realistic making this jump?
Yeah, honestly, I'm very goal oriented, but I'm trying to be more present in the moment. So at this point, I didn't even write down my rookie year goals because I'm worried about fall camp. And, you know, those goals consist of obviously making the team, you know, running to the ball, having that fanatical effort every single play, you know, 1 to 2 sacks a day. Just training my body to, you know, play at this level. That's what I'm focused on right now. And those are my.
This man said 1 or 2 sacks a day. He trying to ball out in camp, so he talking about when he get in the game, he want to dominate. He want to get 2 to 3 sacks in the game. I like his attitude.
My goals for, you know, this fall camp.
Man, I love the topic of presence. I think there's gold in those hills for athletes and professionals from all industries. What kind of set you on that path?
Just looking too far ahead sometimes. I caught myself, you know, a couple years ago looking too far ahead to this moment, you know, before my junior year in college. And I see how that went for me. So, you know, trying to just focus more on the present moment. I think that's been a very important thing for me in my life. And I think it's a virtue at the end of the day. So,
Sir. How different is it versus the big dogs out here? I mean, it looks like you've hit the ground running. You've really been a standout in practice. But how do you feel out there?
Yeah, it's different. You can kind of get away with a few different tips and tricks in college. But obviously, you know, guys at this level, they're used to the small things. They know how to flash their hands at you when they're an outside hand punt or whatever the case may be. They know those small things. But it's just like I said, just getting used to it. You know, filling it out. You know, not every rep is going to be a win, and I have to understand that. You know, it might be a loss, but you know, more so take it like a lesson. So it's been really, really good, obviously, ground running, because at the end of the day, we're playing football. You know, I'm rushing the passer.
What stood out when we were watching you getting ready for the draft, and we've seen that translate here, is your ability to really break down a lineman throughout the game. And you just talked about, like, some of the things that worked, that didn't work. So, like, did you have to learn that? Because sometimes people just have athletic gifts, but you have multiple ways to be able to set up and beat linemen, and a lot of tools on the belt, not only the bend and the first step quickness, which is elite, but mentally the ability to process and see really.
Man. And I noticed in the draft, man, and in free agency, we went DN heavy. Like I said before on my live the other day, I think Matt Eberflus want to, you know, I think he was talking about team tackling as far as D tackle, DN, especially the corners. He made an emphasis on about the corners helping out in the run, to whereas he was saying everybody, it's a team effort to stop the run. You know, they got D tackles in the damn 7th round. So like I'm thinking like, yo, we acquired some free agent DNs and we drafted DN in the draft, and this guy looked like he's stepping up. So what if we trade Micah? What if Jerry Jones honor that trade? Could Ezeiruaku be the one to step in for where Micah Parsons was at? Hearing a lot of good things about this young fella. But I mean, it could be some crazy dynamics that can happen the rest of this training camp up to preseason for when the season starts. I mean, shit. When it come down to it in my heart, I think, you know, Jerry Jones is going to sign Micah Parsons. But the thing, if you do sign him, and we got Donovan Ezeiruaku playing like he playing, you know, and, you know, this still training camp, but it seems like this boy got a good head on his shoulder playing that position. I mean, you never know what can happen, bro.
Stood out with you?
Yeah, I think that's a part of my game that that's kind of slept on, but I've had to, maximize it in a way because, yeah, I might not be the fastest, I might not be the biggest, I might not be the strongest, whatever the case may be. So I have to figure out ways to use my God-given abilities to my advantage. So if the mental side of the game is part of that, that's what I need to do. So, setting up guys early in the game with, starting off with maybe power or whatever the case may be, and then transitioning to more deflection or, more finesse. That's something that I'm growing in my game.
Yeah, it's funny because Zach and I, we were watching, they moved you around a ton at Boston College. Was that something that you were like, listen, just let me, did you ever want to just stay in a spot and just do that? Or you were like, cool, just moving wherever you want?
Yeah, I was fine with moving all over the place. At the end of the day, in a game, it's a matchup game. And I think I'm comfortable playing on both sides of the ball. Right. So, you might have set some things up on that right side, but, they're run heavy on the other side. So, just get some action that's going that side, and then you might get back to the right. I'm comfortable on both sides of the ball. So that's just something that I've always done. And obviously here, I plan on doing the same thing because at the end of the day, it's a matchup game.
Yeah,
so.
we were thinking like Coach O'Brien being a pro coach. I'm like, he's using this guy as a pro piece here is what he's doing.
Exactly.
Is it true that people were calling him Bill O'Butchin?
Not at all. I've never heard that. If they said that, they didn't say it to his face. But I know Bill O'Brien isn't going for any of that. So
pretty good. We haven't brought up, obviously, Coach White Cotton was pumped to get you, but Steve Shimko, Cowboys quarterbacks coach, who's with you at BC, I know he was one of the big ones campaigning. What's the relationship like with Shim?
Yeah, Shimmy's my guy. He was with me at BC. He's actually the New Jersey area recruiter. So he was probably the first person to make contact with me. When I was a high school kid. So it's been really good, having him here with me. And I know, he kind of said some things, to get me here as well. And I appreciate him for that. He actually, made a couple steaks for me while we was down there, kind of like a welcome to Dallas, Texas kind of thing. But I appreciate him. I know he's going to be, a really good coach, at this level, and I can see it.
Donovan Ezaraku here on the Fan.
Yeah, can we get you at that 41, by the way?
I'm trying. I'm working on it.
I know it's easy to find you. Like
that 6, but
it's 41.
Shit, Donovan Wilson got the 6, don't he? Yeah. Yeah, he want that low number.
I brought up. That's 40. I don't love you in the 41. I love you in the 6.
The 6. I thought you looked great in the 6 myself.
What number would you like?
I don't know. I got to see what's available because the only reason why I'm at 41 now is because they tried to give me I wasn't really feeling the 90s. I don't know if I was ever really feeling the 50s, and I was like, all right. Lowest number 41 right now, but let's see, after training camp before, the regular season starts, we could get that changed. So I'm all for it. Trust me.
It's Donovan Ezaraku here on the Fan now. In college, you got so much attention for your pass rushing ability. Your run defense was outstanding as well, though. Do you imagine that is going to be easy to transition to the NFL, or what's the challenges, being a great run defender at your position as well in the NFL?
See, that's the thing that's hurting Micah Parsons. He is doodle in run defense. He can't set the edge. He gets abused in the run game. He gets abused in this run game. He's thinking he's better than he actually is, bro. Because to me, we DN, bro, you got to be able to set the edge. Let them linebackers flow. Let them corners come up. Safeties too, if need be in a run. Strong safety can come up. If you good at setting that edge, making that running back go back to the other side, and even got down, set the edge, and tackle the running back. You see, Micah is doo-doo in that aspect. Man, he is doo-doo in that aspect, bro. And it just seemed like we're finna get another overpaid player because Dak is doo-doo against good teams in the regular season and the playoffs. Micah Parsons is the same way. He is doo-doo against good teams in the playoffs. Good teams in the regular season and in the playoffs. When you go up against good tackles, especially the Niners and the Eagles, two of the better teams in the NFC, bro, he does not have no impact. And that's why I do not look. He's a good player, but being paid more than Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, Max Crosby, Danielle Hunter. Even Trey Hendrickson. Like, yo, man, he need to Micah Parsons need a reality check, bro. You're not that good. Now, you're better than most at that position playing DN. I'll give you that. But you ain't on that level with, Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, them boys. He's not on that level. So it's, man, this could be crucial come on September 4th, Thursday night. Who gonna be on that side?
Yeah, I don't think any task is going to be easy in the National Football League. At the same time, and Coach Aaron Whitecott, and he said it himself. He's like, Don, you wouldn't have been here if you couldn't set the edge and play the run. So, he believes in my ability to set that edge and play the run game, and of course I do. So that's just a pride thing, honestly, just playing that run game. Not every down is going to be pass, which we know. But I personally, take pride in stopping the run at my size. Like, how does it feel that, a guy that...
That's the attitude I'm digging. I'm digging that attitude. That's about heart, baby. You know what I'm saying? He take pride in stopping the run. Do Micah Parsons take pride in stopping the run? I don't know. I mean, he ain't getting it done. He ain't on that level. This might be a young Myles Garrett coming up, bro. A young TJ Watt. Shit. A young Max Crosby. A young Bosa. You might have something with this guy right here. I like his attitude, man. I like his heart. You know what I'm saying? He understands it's going to be a learning curve, but at the same time, he mentally prepared to take on that challenge. Boy, Micah, you better get your shit together, bro.
Has been, quote unquote undersized, is yoking you up in the run game and making plays in the run game. So that's something I take pride in. I can't lie.
Love it. What's impressed you about the coaches here in Oxnard or through minicamp and OTAs and stuff from Eberflus and through? What do the Cowboys fans?
Yeah.
What do they have here in this new group?
Yeah, honestly, what's advertised is correct. With how Coach Shoddy's running this deal. This is a family, and families do fight. We've had some in camp, of course, which is okay. But they know football. They're a very a veteran group, I would say. Coach Aaron Whitecott, he knows D-line play. Coach Eberflus, he knows defensive ball. Coach Shoddy, he obviously knows offensive ball, and he knows how to be a head coach. So we have all faith in those guys, and that's why they built the staff the way they have. So.
What's the last time you had to run gassers?
So we were running gassers during off-season training.
Okay,
we've been getting right.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're good.
What was the conditioning test?
The conditioning test?
Yeah, to get out here to camp, right? Don't you have to pass that before you can really hit the field?
We condition. Trust me, when I tell you we condition during OTAs and during that time or during the spring, we condition. So out here, it wasn't that bad. We honestly just got on the line. We ran a couple gassers and guys were pretty up tall, ready to rock. So they kind of looked at us and they were like, all right, you guys are good. Let's go.
I love it.
So it wasn't too bad.
Who's taking you under your wing a little bit? You picking Micah's brain quite a bit, or what's
taking everybody's brain in that D-line room. Micah, he's doing his thing. Being a leader, stepping up in that role. Of course, he's obviously he's not practicing, but he's on the field talking to us all the time. Dante Fowler, he's been a great veteran to have. He's been in this league for a while. Also, obviously, Solomon Thomas. We just have a really good room of veterans, and they're just going to continue to build and grow in that leadership role. But they've kind of all taken this all under their wing.
9 years.
Yo, so man, y'all go 105.3 The Fan. You know what I'm saying? Check out this on G-Bag Nation on that particular episode. You know what I'm saying? Y'all check out the whole episode on this. I was just trying to, I wanted to highlight him because I've been hearing good things about him, bro. You know what I'm saying? So this young fella might... All I got to say is, Micah Parsons, you better get your mind right, bro. Because you got some young bulls coming up ready to take your spot, bro. You better get your shit together. I like this guy right here. I like his mentality. I like his attitude. Yeah. Yo, y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all thinking about Donovan Ezeiruaku, man. Could he be the next Myles Garrett? The next TJ Watt? I like his attitude. Yo, this JBD Cowboy fan. I appreciate y'all for listening to me. Like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go, Cowboys.
I'm glad. I will tell you this. If there's a human breathing that I've ever met,
that I'm proud that took advantage of me financially, I'm proud it's the one sitting to the right. And Dak,